Hey guys, so we're back to talking about benzene, which I discussed maybe a month or so ago, where there were several lots of products which were tested by a company called Valisure, and they were found to have varying levels of benzene, in which it is an ingredient which there is no safe amount. Actually, my dad was reading the news last night, and he was like, "Oh, sunscreen! There's a huge sunscreen recall." I'm like, "Oh, who does it involve?" He's like, well, several brands. It looks like Neutrogena, Banana Boat. And my dad doesn't talk about skincare at all, but he's worked in manufacturing a lot in his life. And he's like, benzene. That is, what the heck is that doing in a sunscreen? And he was like, freaked out. And this is the first skincare thing I've ever actually talked to him about in my entire life, really, because he's not into it. But he loves Neutrogena, I will say that. Their shampoo little thing he's been using for years. So he obviously had a quick reaction to it, like, what the heck is that doing in a sunscreen? Like, that's freaky. And I said, yeah, it's even more scary that some of these were used on babies and just people, but like little babies. But anyway, the important thing to stress is this is not a sunscreen issue. This is a contaminant issue. It just happens that a lot of the products are sunscreens, and a lot of them happen to be aerosols. Benzene tends to be a contaminant. It's typically related to petroleum products. So be aware of that. I will include a list, but they've got, it seems to be very batch specific. There can be hundreds of thousands of these bottles made. Probably most of them won't have benzene, but there are certain lots where it will be in. So if you check it, find out yours is in there, don't use it. Toss it or recycle it. I had one bottle that was on the list. It's about half used. So I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not. It's close to expiring, so I guess I have that going for me. I'm not sure. Some lots had a lot of benzene, some didn't have much, but even if yours is on there at all, there's no safe level of it. So it's important to note it's not a sunscreen issue. Sunscreens are not safe. Or not unsafe, it was a lot, so a contaminant. So keep using sunscreen, just don't use anything on the list that were bad. Neutrogena happened to have a lot of them on there, but it's something that happened in the manufacturing process. It seems to have something slightly related to the aerosols, but we've also got Sunbum, CVS, Good Sense. I think Elta MD had one also that was a aerosol spray. So check out the list, and if yours is on there, don't use it anymore. But you know what? There's so many people are like, oh, chemical sunscreens are dangerous. So how do you even? I just remember reading a post on Reddit. You know, I've got this aunt. She's so into natural. Chemical sunscreens are bad. For years, I've been telling her sunscreens are safe. How do I explain this to her now? Now she's gonna think she's right. Sunscreens that are chemicals are unsafe, and it's not the case. I mean, I wonder how many bottles this Neutrogena made. They could have made hundreds of millions of these, and to have a small percentage of them doesn't show that sunscreens are unsafe at all. So keep using your sunscreen, just don't use the ones on the list. I do wonder what took this recall so long. I mean, this was initially reported, the testing, at least a month ago. And I remember like a week or so after that testing came out from Valisure, I remember looking through my Walgreens and just being nosy and kind of waiting for something there and looking to see that they were still selling them. I guess they wanted to be certain before they recalled them. So hopefully they're going above and beyond this and recalling anything that they might suspect has it, because it's better to err on the side of safety when it comes to things like these, especially benzene, which there is no safe limit at all level. There's no safe limit for it at all. You don't want it at all. So a lot of times, like if you're pumping gas, like that scent from the gas, which I used to think smelled good. I don't know why, but some of that might contain benzene. So you're better off just being safe than sorry. So definitely look through the list, see if you have anything on there. And if you do, don't use it and find something else. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Neutrogena posted something on their Instagram page. We're receiving high amounts of calls. We're trying to get back to everybody, so be patient. So I guess a lot of people are calling concerned about theirs. So better be safe than sorry if you have anything on this list with the lot number. And I mean, you could have this same bottle this and it won't have it on there. It was a specific batch number. So it doesn't necessarily mean every single bottle of this specific sunscreen is bad. It's just the batch number, and the lot numbers are on the bottom, so you can check that out. So anyway, do some reading up on it. You're better safe than sorry, not using it on you or your family, and find something else in the meantime that doesn't contain benzene that's not on the list. So I don't know, I want to, Val sure is impressive that they did this, and they don't seem to have any conflict of interest. I think their concern is consumer safety, so hats off to them for finding this out and hopefully preventing a lot of more negative things, more worser things, right? More worser things that could have happened. So at least they did this, and at that point, that's what we know. So anyway, I'm interested in hearing from you guys if you have anything that shows up on the batch and lot number. And I don't know what the best way to dispose of these is. I mean, I just dumping it doesn't seem right. I don't know. So I'll have to do some reading on that too. So, okay. Anyway, thank you guys so much. I will see you more tomorrow. Okay, bye guys.